Okay, we're live.
Woohoo! We're live. Hey everyone, this is Chris from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop and My Girlfriend's Sewing Machine and Education Center. And it is February 1st, 2019. And I'm excited to be able to share with you our brand new Stashbuster challenge for the month of February. Now, let's take just a little look back at what happened in January. This past January, during the first week, we had a free pattern download for you, and it was available to you for 1 week only, free of charge, and then after a week it was only $1, so still not too bad, right? But the challenge was to make a bow tie block, and let me tell you, it has been so much fun to see all of your quilts out there where you did the bow tie block. Super fun block to do, kind of unique, very different, and you did it. And I'll tell you, if you want to be inspired, you've got to look up the hashtag Stashbuster Challenge 2019, and there you're going to see so many quilts where people have put them in different, different arrangements and different fabrics. I mean, everything is out there, and they are all so cute. So make sure and check those out. Now, it's not too late to actually get your prize, per se, by doing the Stashbuster Challenge for January. You have until February 10th to be able to complete your quilt, and only the quilt top has to be done. And you have till February 10th to finish that one, to get your 40% off coupon. If you get it done between the 11th and the 28th, we're into February. Between the 11th and the 28th of February, this again is the bow tie block, you will get a 25% off coupon to use. And this is available for in-store or online, either way. So make sure you tag us with hashtag My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, hashtag Stashbuster Challenge 2019, so that we can find you, find your picture.
Also, the accounts have to
And also know
public.
that the accounts have to be public in order for us to see them. Now, if you prefer not to have them public, no worries, we got you. Just go ahead, take a picture, and send it to us at info@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com, and we will take care of that coupon. Coupons will arrive to your email February 10th and February 28th, depending on what, category you have finished in. So, again, if there's any questions, let me know so I can answer them live here on Facebook. And if you don't catch me live, I'll make sure and go through the questions afterwards and make sure and answer whatever burning questions you have about our Stashbuster Challenge. Okay, so with that being said, do we have any questions so far?
No, they're all just saying
We're
hi.
good?
They
Okay.
loved the mug run.
They're loving the mug run. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. So, make sure that if you're in the Utah area, northern Utah, or along the Wasatch Front, you'll want to definitely be a part of our first annual mug run. We teamed up with several other shops in the Salt Lake Valley, and you can read more about that on our Facebook page and Instagram. Okay, so let's talk about the new challenge. Would you believe I've already received a few phone calls today saying, what's the new challenge? We're so excited, which of course makes me very excited that you can't wait to do it either. And I'll tell you, I had a lot of fun with this pattern. I think you're gonna have a great time sewing it. So are you ready? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, this month's challenge, my dearest girlfriends, is to make the Scrappy Heart quilt. Are you ready? Well, obviously, if you're gonna do it for Valentine's Day, you want it in red, right?
Yes.
Or pink, or whatever you want. But this is just one block, so it ends up being quite a large block, and I'm gonna show you how to do that here in just a minute. But this is the red, but who says that hearts have to be red? They could be purple, yellow, green, turquoise, it doesn't matter. And so I went ahead and made another block because it was so fun. And this one is in yellow. How do you like that, my friends? Are you loving that block? This is a super fun one, and I used a gray background. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually make my quilt consisting of 12 blocks. I'm gonna do 3 across and 4 down, and I'm going to have them all be different colors, okay? So again, the idea here is you want to go through your stash. I know you've got them, so go through your stash, grab colors that are similar to each other, patterns and prints, and you're going to put those all in one block. You could do the whole thing with the same color, or you could do something like me where I'm going to have a rainbow of hearts quilt. So I'm kind of excited about that. Any questions so far?
No, they're just saying I love it so much.
I'm so glad. Okay, so super easy to do. Basically what we're going to do here is some strip piecing. So this is how you do it. And by the way, Jessica has put a link in here right on this video where you can click and download your free pattern. Again, this pattern will be free from today and through February 8th. Okay, so the 1st through the 8th it's free. So go to our website, www.mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com, and you'll find your link there, okay? And also you'll find it here in this video. So let me basically show you how this one is done. So we've already gone ahead and sewn our strip set. If you notice here, I have 5 different fabrics, and they are 2.5 inches wide by the width of fabric. So go through your stash and just cut up those 2.5 inch strips, all right? And you want it by the width of fabric. This is a great pattern to do if you have a jelly roll lying around and you haven't decided what quite to do with that one yet. You might want to try out this pattern. So again, you're going to sew all along the long edge 5 2.5 inch strips. Okay, when you do that, that's going to measure 10.5 inches wide. Okay, let's see, right here. Okay, you'll notice something. We've got lots of raw edges here with selvages, and they're kind of discombobbled. That's okay. I don't want you to take the time to try and square that up before, because we'll do it right after, before we cut into subcut this, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna want to remove that, so you start with a nice clean edge. So I'll go ahead and place that on a line and remove that. Then I'm going to move this back down here, and I'm going to measure again, because this is 10.5 inches wide. I'm going to subcut this strip to 10.5 inches. So let's see, 5, 10 and a half. Okay, so here's one block. And I'll do another one.
If anyone has any questions,
just
let us know.
Definitely.
As we're watching Chris subcut this.
Isn't that exciting? Okay, 2. And then you're going to do it 2 more times. Is it okay if I just say that?
Yep.
You're going to do it 2 more times. You will be able to get 4 blocks out of one strip set, okay? And each heart contains 4 blocks. So that's how you're going to know. One of these strip sets is going to be all it takes to complete the 1 block. Your background fabric is a fat quarter. So if you've got lots of fat quarters hanging around, you're going to love this as well. Okay, so let's pretend that I cut 4 of these. I'm just going to show you 2 right now. And let's see, I'm going to pull out my yellow heart here so that you can refer back to it as to what's happening. All right, so you notice that you have strips of fabric going vertical and you have strips going horizontal, and then it's opposite this way, horizontal and vertical. So make sure and situate your fabrics so that it does the same, okay? And then if I were to do this again, I would make sure that this is horizontal and this is vertical, okay? All right, so.
Are you looking for the grays?
Yes.
They're underneath the red one.
Underneath the red. Aha.
I got this all ready for her.
Okay, here we go. So let's do one of these bottom pieces of the heart first. You're going to take your background, and it's a 10.5-inch square. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do this one right here. So because I want to make sure I'm going the right way, I'm going to place my 10.5-inch square background on top with the right sides facing each other. And I'm going to draw a line from diagonal to diagonal. Now, if you want to make sure you're going the right direction, just fold it back and you can see that, yes, indeed, that's going to be the bottom part of my heart, okay? All right, so let me grab my little pen here, wherever it went. Is this ever like your sewing room? Okay. Oh, aha, here we go. Okay. Let me make sure again. Yep, that's the way I want to go. All right, so we are going to take our ruler and we are going to mark it straight down from diagonal to diagonal.
We're just using a friction pen.
Yep, just a friction pen. Friction pens will erase with heat, so it's kind of nice. Boy, I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? Okay, and then the other thing I want you to make note of, and this is kind of different than what you may be used to, is we will sew directly on that line, again like that. Now, because this piece is going to be my, the piece I'm going to cut away, I'm going to show you a little tip here that I like to do when I have half square triangles, and I want to actually make 2 half square triangles out of one. I'm going to draw a second line towards the small corner at a 1/2 inch apart from the first line. So unlike the half square triangle where you normally sew on a 1/4 inch on each side, we're going to do something a little different, and all of this is on your instructions. You're going to go from diagonal to diagonal like a snowball block, and then we're going to draw another line a 1/2 inch apart, because what that's going to do, see all this extra fabric, you want to hold on to that, right? You want to keep that, and I want you to keep it because we're going to save it for a little bonus pattern later in the month. Yes.
Bonus.
Bonus. All right. So I'm just sewing directly on the line here.
No pressure.
Ah! Cut my threads, and I'm going to do it one more time. Right here. Okay, perfect. So now that you have those 2 lines sewn on, go ahead and take your ruler again, and you're going to cut right down the center of those 2 lines. Okay. Your smaller piece, again, you're going to save for later. Take a look at that. And I'm just going to toss it over there to the side. And then this piece is what we use for the first part of our heart. Okay, this is the bottom half. Now, hopefully that makes some sense there, because, again, you'll be doing the other part of the bottom of your heart, again, opposite of your horizontal. Now you're doing vertical. You'll do the same thing on this side. You'll draw your lines on, and then we'll pull it back. We'll have an extra piece underneath. We'll set aside for a bonus project later in the month, and you will then have the bottom half of your heart. Okay, so now that you know how to do that, let's talk about the top half of your heart. I'll go ahead and pretend that this piece is my top, and I need to sew on some snowball blocks at each corner. So,
and this is all in the pattern.
Yeah,
so.
all of this is in your pattern. So this is a 4-inch square, and from your background, and you're going to place one there and one right here.
So the top left and right corners.
Yep.
Okay.
And again, kind of audition it first to make sure your lines are going in the right direction. Yep, that's where I want it to go. So just like I did with the bottom one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw a line going from corner to corner. See that? And then I'm going to draw a second line just a 1/2 inch away from that. You'll see here that that's, again, the excess that will be cut away, and I'm going to do a bonus pattern later on what you can do with that extra fabric. All right, so since that's going this way, I'm going to go the opposite here. Again, first line drawn on corner to corner, then I want a second line going towards the top corner. So I'm drawing it 1/2 inch towards it.
Okay.
All right, so let's take it over to my sewing machine. I'm just gonna place that right there. Any questions?
There was a couple. Let me see. Oh, Dawn asked, how many heart blocks with one jelly roll?
Ooh, how many heart blocks with one jelly roll? That's a good question. Well, let's see. There are usually approximately 42 strips in a jelly roll, so you'll have, let's say 40 because of groups of 5. So you'll get 8 blocks out of one jelly roll.
There we go.
Okay, so I've sewn that on, and now I'm going to sew this other one on.
This project you may not have to pin as much, like the other one.
Yeah, there was a lot of pinning in that bow tie block. Okay, my friends, so here we go. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did before, and we're just going to cut those apart down the center. Take this extra piece, and we're going to save it. Look how cute! I'm so excited to show you the bonus block, or the bonus project later on. And then we're going to do the same here. Set that one aside for the project, a later project, and I'm just going to finger press this open right now. Okay, so there's the first part of the top half of your quilt. Alrighty, so you can see right here that once I put those together,
Oh, you'll want to do it
okay.
the other way. There you go.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jessica. Opposite way, we don't want them, we want vertical and horizontal to be next to each other. Okay, so here we go, here we go. Again, this bottom one would be going vertical, and the top left one would be going horizontal. So anyway, that's the basics of how to do this block. Again, here it is finished.
Cute.
Super fun, really easy. The scrappier, the better. And in order to complete this challenge, this is what you have to do. You have to make a project that consists of 12 blocks, okay? 12 blocks. I promise you, you'll get it done in an afternoon. It really is that simple to do. Okay, 12 blocks. So what does that mean? You could do a quilt that is 3 blocks across and 4 blocks down. You could add sashing to it if you wanted to, or you wouldn't have to. You could do, maybe you want to do a table runner for Valentine's Day, let's say, and you can't just make it for yourself, but you have 2 very best friends that you also want to make a table runner for. So what are you going to do? You could make 4 heart blocks going across and do it 3 times. So that's 4 times 3 is 12. That's 12 blocks. So even though it's not in one quilt, you could do 3 table runners, and so 1 for yourself and 2 to give away, and have 4 blocks each. Or keep them all, what the heck, you know, I'll have them all over, right? And then that's an idea. Or you could make 12 heart pillows, or you could make 3 baby blankets with maybe you know, 2 hearts and 2 hearts, so 4 hearts total in a baby blanket, and make, you know, several of those to give away. So lots of ideas to do, but I do want you to have 12 blocks to complete this month's challenge. So, are you ready for it?
Woohoo!
I hope you're getting excited. So
Yes,
good,
they are.
good. Again, the link is right here in this video to be able to download your free pattern. Make sure you take photos. And if we see those photos before, you have till March 10th. Okay, so remember, it's for the next month. Somebody asked us last month, they thought that we meant the month of, and I thought, oh heavens, that would only give you like 3 days to get it done. I know some of you probably could do it, but if you're like me, there's no way that would be able to happen, right? So no, we do give you a good solid month to get it done. So if you get this quilt done, again, 12 blocks done by March 10th, you'll qualify for your 40% off coupon. And if you do it by March 31st, you'll get a 25% off coupon. Now you can do it later on in the year too, and you give yourself a good pat on the back because you got finished with taking stuff from your stash. So, any other questions?
No, they're all really excited.
Yay! All right, so make sure and download your free pattern from our website, and let us know if you have anything else you want to add to it or any questions that we can help answer. All right, everyone, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.